Hi guys, I'm Uncle Richie.
Yo, what up? JMoney's back.
And this is C10. And you're listening to the Uncle's Podcast.
Folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Uncle's Podcast, where we explore the beauty and richness of our PNG, Papua New Guinea culture and connect with those diverse individuals, which we've had quite a few people joining the podcast recently. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but good to be back. Good to be in Strike Studios. Richie, how are you, bro?
Oh, bro, I am very well now that JMoney's back. The big man's back in town.
Bro, it's been I've obviously moved places and moved to the south side of Brisbane, so it's been hard to come and sort of record as much as I can. But loving the guests that you guys have had on. I know you interviewed Melissa previously, and then Charles interviewed Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two really good episodes. Quite a lot of topics covered in those, and different stories too as well from both of those people. Like obviously Melissa's travelled to PNG to see the Pope. I saw some of that content on the Instagram.
Yes.
Really good, hey?
Oh man, amazing. Looks like she had an amazing trip, and what a way to introduce yourself into Papua New Guinea by attending the Pope Francis's visit. So
Yeah.
I mean, some of the shots that she took and videos, I was just amazed because they had the traditional dances.
Yes. Yeah.
They had the big mass on the Sunday, I believe, and just 10,000, 15,000 people there.
People were lining up at John Guy's from 2 a.m. in the morning. Like I saw, which is sort of one of the big stadiums in PNG, where they house a lot of these events, and people were waiting there for like since 2 a.m. and like 20,000 people, and I saw people just jam packed. It reminded me back to the day, bro. Remember the fun runs, the Chukai fun runs?
Ooh, bro, get your Chukai Fun Run T-shirt in the newspaper or whatever it was.
For those, like there's this fun run that happens every year, sort of like the Bridge to Brisbane, I guess. And
Yeah.
I was really small. I think I was 8 or 9 one time when we did it, and bro, I got lost.
Oh,
Yeah, I got lost, and then I was so lucky I bumped into one of my cousins,
so
and
many
I was
people
able to
there.
bro, it is so packed.
Yeah.
And then I bumped into one of my cousins, and then he was able to sort of hold my hand, and then I stayed with him until I found my brother. But yeah, like shout out to him. Yeah,
Shout out, Jackman nearly fell.
I was just, bro. It's like me, like I was a chubby kid. Like
That would have been traumatic,
bro, it would have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this week's topic, I wanted to touch on something that's quite special for me, I think. And for this week's topic, I want to touch on place. And in place in PNG means place.
Yep.
And with place, it's not necessarily like a place that you like. Obviously, it is necessarily a place you want to visit, but also place in PNG also means village. And sometimes a village is like a connection to us. And so yeah, with this topic, I wanted to sort of talk to you around like what are some of the places, top 5 places that you want to visit PNG or that you've been to that you'd like to share? Because obviously the week that's been celebrated 49th anniversary of PNG's independence, and depending on when this podcast will drop.
So it'll be after Travis. So it'll only be 2 weeks after PNG independence.
Yeah. So 2 weeks after PNG independence, and with this, like obviously PNG independence is a month-long celebration for us.
Yeah, always.
But yeah, sort of I just wanted to sort of touch base on tonight's episode around place, and obviously place. Sorry, obviously place in English, place means place, and what are top 5 places that you want to visit in PNG or that you've gone through that you wanted to share those for everyone?
Yeah, so I've had a long and hard think about this throughout the day. I'll name my 5, and then we can go through each and say why.
Yeah.
So I think the first one that I'd like to visit is definitely Milne Bay.
Yeah.
And I think it's a place, you had the opportunity to stop through conflict islands.
Yes.
All throughout there. So it's definitely a spot that I want to go to because I missed out in school. we'll come back to it. But first one, Alatau, Milne Bay, southern part of Papua New Guinea. Then I want to, do the Highlands Highway.
Yes.
That would definitely be the second one, and even climb the highest peak, which is Mount Wilhelm. So that's the third, and then it'll be good to do the two of our biggest rivers, Fly and Sipik,
Yes.
north and south.
Yeah.
So that I guess that caps us off at 4, but that they're both rivers, so we'll count that as my number 4.
Yeah.
Then 5, I a lot of people talk about this place, and one of our good mates of the podcast, day one follower, day one advocate, Dimmy Carter, the boy.
Oh yes.
I saw when I go to Bougainville, bro. Bougainville, Buka. I got lots of friends that are there, and they say it's beautiful and amazing. So
those are good 5 places. Should I go through my 5 and then?
Bro, go through your 5 because
we might have some overlap.
Yeah, because what I thought, it'd be easy to clip like on a reel if we ran through the 5, and then we can like discuss for like the longer YouTube, Spotify episode. Yeah.
So my top 1 would be KVA, and then following your trend that you put on with like asking AI, I asked AI to like describe KVN to me.
Woohoo!
It said like crystal clear water, pristine beaches, and the chance to swim with some mentrays, pure paradise.
Oh,
for those literally I haven't been, but I have seen photos of Jerry.
Yeah, JA.
He's just taken some really good photos there. The next one on my list is Daru.
Yes.
I also asked AI to help describe this place, and it says the gateway to the Western Province. Daru offers a unique glimpse into the lives of the people living in the water, plus the sunset. It's just legendary.
Who's writing this?
And then the next one is the Sipik River, like your one. So just once again, like AI is describing this as like you're traveling back through time, which is so true. Like the ancient culture, and then the intricate carvings of the people. How they practice a lot of their spiritual stuff through people when they get tattoos. From Sipik, they do the crocodile, scales on the back of their skin, which is just
crazy.
Some insane stuff there. And then, to your point, Mount Hagen, even with the way AI is describing this, like for those who love adventure and breathtaking scenery, Mount Hagen is a must visit. Imagine witnessing the vibrant cultural performance of the Mount Hagen show. Bro, we should go and do that. The show I've heard is some really, really like positive feedback,
Yeah.
Just richness of culture, like the paintings, the colors, the dressings.
It's all amazing. And we, once we start to build out the podcast and, doing trips like that, going back home, using some of our talented videographers back there to, follow us and capture, the uncle's experience there, mainly to showcase it to our followers because, they all live here and follow us. So that's a great idea.
That's it. And then the last one for me is the Kokoda track. I reckon you, me, Chucky, like we need to set a goal like next 5 years, we'll do this. Like us 3, just go and walk it. Because I think it would be like amazing experience to kind of witness the history of it. Because for those that don't know, like PNG was under like the colonization of Australia previously up until 1975, and like the rich connection to Australian culture is like symbolic through the Kokoda track, and I think that's something that is a big part of the country itself and the birth, I guess, to us being able to have democracy and everything that we do today. So I think like it's just one of those things where I just want to visit, just because obviously like seeing the history, but the challenges of climbing up those mountains. Like my brother, he did it like, and he's telling me people do it with barefoot, like they just carrying like 25 kilos as porters and just walking the thing, like just shows that they've just, obviously they live off the land, they know what it is, but
they're built different.
They're built different.
Yeah,
but obviously now touching back on in terms of like the discussion of the top 5 things. So we had the Sipik River, which was the same for both of us, and Mount Hagen.
Yep.
I think for those two places like Pacific River, I just want to see like how unique it is, bro? Because like seeing some of the content that the PNG creative people like that vlog it and
Yeah.
like photographers, sorry, that showcase it. It's just unreal, hey.
Oh, it's like it's almost like, you know, at some points of the river, the width is so wide, like it's so big that you know, you can't really explain, you know, that the size of the actual river and how much water is flowing through there. Even just the sea life, like obviously we know it's filled with crocodiles, and um, the culture there, or the people there, they showcase that through their tradition by, like what you said, you know, marking their skin to be one with the crocodiles. So like even just going to a place like that and meeting some of those people, and maybe, you know, asking them or finding out a little bit more as to, you know, why do you guys do that, and you know, actually find out the true story behind those people. I'm sure some people already know it, but we always see the photos, and it'll be good to just understand why. And then, like the Pacific River itself is one of the biggest ecosystems in the country, exactly like the fly, and the people depend on it. So it'll be like awesome to see.
Yeah, I remember I was watching like ABC, and there was this lady that was doing the election coverage back home, and she went to like Sipik, and she was just showcasing how like people live off the land. Like not showcasing it, but just like obviously telling the story through people that she's come across. So I think for us to kind of go there and see the place itself, because I think the biggest thing to kind of also understand for those that might not get it is like PNG, even though we are one country, the diversity of different provinces is so unique from each other. Like we've got people in Sipik that practice so much, like their cultural practices are so different from us on the coastline, from whether we're from Central or we're from Caraman Gulf, sorry. And for those that want to learn and do understand more about this, like if you're in Brisbane, go to like the Independence Day celebrations on the 16th or 15th, and it's like usually hosted down in Beenleigh. Like go to the one next year, because you get to see dances from these provinces and the different vibrant colors that come with that. But yeah, sorry, that was a bit of a sidetrack there. The other one you had on your list was Arrowbear, or Autonomous Region of Bougainville.
Oh yes.
Yeah, which is where Dimi Carter, our good mate.
Yeah, Dimi Carter's from there, and oh man, it's just, you know, I've seen lots of you know, photos, videos. Apparently, one of the largest or deepest caves is in Bougainville, and I think they shot a movie about it. I can't remember the name. I'm pretty sure Dimi Carter was in that movie. They shot it on the Gold Coast, and he was a young boy. But if you go back to his episode, go and watch his episode. He touched on it, and he gives the movie name. So I'm not going to give it away. You have to go back and watch that one. But yeah, bro, up and crystal clear waters, white sandy beaches. They've really got it all. And on that little island, you know, you go from one extreme, which is the jungle, the rainforest in the middle, to, you know, beautiful white sandy beaches, coral coast on the outside. So I guess that's the only reason why I'd want to go there, is because it's so isolated, and it all just looks so like beautiful.
And then the last one because before we move on to your last place, I think also like if you know about the history of Bougainville itself and the things that they've gone through in the 90s and stuff like that, it adds another dimension to the place. For those that want to obviously get to know about it, like Google it and understand like obviously the pressures of what's going on in there in terms of how I think it's going through a referendum to become its own independent state in the country, but we're still obviously a big part of PNG, and I think understanding how much that's like where the people are coming from too as well is like even understanding that history of its own is another thing that would make me want to go and visit and see the place itself.
Yeah.
And what was the last one on your list before I? Because you had
So I had first one was Milne Bay, Alatel. Then Highlands Highway. That connects to I guess Mount Hagen anyway. Mount Wilhelm.
Oh yes.
The highest peak.
Yeah.
And then fourth was
the fly in the
Fly in the Sipik.
Yeah.
And then last was Bougainville.
Touching on Mount Wilhelm, like I read somewhere it's about 4,130 meters above sea level.
Yeah.
Put that into comparison, like Mount Kosciuszko, which is the highest point in Australia, that's only about 2,300 and something. People don't quote me on this stuff, but it is significantly less than what. Yeah. So, and obviously, like Mount Kosciuszko here in Australia, like there's people that go and climb that and they see snow there. Like in PNG, like you would not expect the country to snow, but there's people that say that apples grow up there far north because of the cooler conditions, closer to above sea level. And then there's like snow there.
Yeah, it's like, crazy.
How crazy, eh?
Bro, from one extreme to another, like you land in Port Moresby, it's freaking 32 degrees,
humidity at like
boiling hot, humidity 98%, and then you've got Mount Wilhelm sitting in the middle there, just snowing on the top. And I've seen lots of people share photos of them, climbing to the top with the PNG flag, and there's actually a little. I've seen in photos. There's a little lake when you get to a certain point, so that water must be like freezing. I haven't seen people in it, but it's a tiny little lake, which probably just like it's a catchment from the caps up there, the mountaintops. So look, even just like seeing that would be amazing, and at least you can tell people the story that you've climbed to the highest peak in Papua New Guinea. So I mean that's the only reason why that's on my top 5 list.
Yeah, I've just fact checked the stats that I gave before. So Mount Wilhelm is 4,509 meters above sea level.
Yeah.
So I was close.
Yeah, very close.
And then Mount Kosciuszko is 2,228 meters above sea level.
Boy, JMoney's always on the money, baby.
No, but I think, like just doing that would just be like something you see the place in a different view, above the ground, and seeing that from that perspective. One thing I forgot to ask you before we started with this podcast was your uncle's word of the week.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We did forget that, but I guess reflecting on my past week, I think the weekend that I had, I went away last weekend.
How was that?
Oh, bro, it was really nice because ever since my incident with the head and coming back into this year, I really wanted to just fucking work hard, like really just hit the ground running and get shit done. So I think I'm happy, or guess proud to say that the last few months I've worked really hard and put in the work. So last weekend was just a little reward, even though it was just for the weekend. It was nice to just tools down, phones off, and just like
reconnect.
Yeah. Just sit down and relax for a bit.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. So my word of the week is relaxing.
Fuck, bro, that's so good. Sorry, excuse me. But that's so good, man. I think because what I was gonna say is, conversely, my word of the week's been busy. So like not busy, but just like I guess busy to an extent, just a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, like you, because I think with what you just said, it just sometimes you need to just take a step back and just have time for yourself.
100%.
Because I think when we get caught up in everything that we do, we just forget to. Because there's this thing that I've been reading around like self-development, and it said the only way that you can grow is by like investing in yourself and backing yourself, you know, and like all the stuff that you've done with like the last 3 months, you just need to take time to reward yourself, like treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
But yeah, that's so good. But yeah, like really good to hear. And then I think more on like sort of my word of the week was just around making sure that, not making sure, but like I've got a wedding or last week. I had a wedding last week, so I'm just gonna, like just getting ready for that one.
Yeah.
And then like just a lot of the stuff that's going on with work. So I do think I've got a couple of days coming up that I've taken off for the weekend.
Oh, nice.
So when this episode drops, it'd be like the second week before the NRL Grand Final. So I've taken the long weekend there. So we've got a public holiday here in Brisbane on the Monday, the 6th.
Yeah.
So I'm taking off the Friday, the 4th.
Oh, nice long weekend. Yeah.
So that'll be a good weekend. And then the following week after, I've got Friday off again. So I think, just like taking those weekend off. Yeah. We've got a mental health day at work. So I'm just going to go play some golf.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just, I might vlog it.
Yeah. Just do it. We need to go back.
Yeah.
Do our vlog.
But it's been busy, but not in a bad way. Just a lot going on. Like, so I think, to your point, I think once we get all of those things out of the way, it just would be good to just relax. Yeah.
Bang.
Well, that's it, man. Like, thank you for today's episode, and people at home, like all the 5 places that places that we've sort of spoken through. Like, what are some people top 5 locations that they want to visit? Like, or even like, what would be one place if money wasn't an object, that work wasn't an object?
Yeah.
Where would you travel back to in Pong? Like, where would you go and visit?
Yeah, let us know, guys.
Let us know.
Please. Comment below.
Yeah.
What your top 5 places are, and maybe we'll do another app and go through those.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, we're thinking about doing another shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, should we not?
Yeah. 100%, bro. I think our viewers know now that all our ideas and everything that we just say it out loud here, and then down the track, shit either happens or it doesn't. But we're trying to be accountable with you guys, so that in turn we watch this, we listen to it back ourselves, because we do listen to it back, and it kind of just reminds us that we said it on the podcast, now we need to do it. So the goal is to bring back these shirts plus 2 more, 2 different other shirts, and hopefully this time around we can get women's sizes as well.
Yes,
just so it's not one shirt fits all.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good, because we have lots of women that wanna don the uncle's merch. Yeah.
No, because speaking of that, when I was at the celebration of the PNG Independence celebration here in Brisbane, like I got quite a few people, like a couple of people come up to me and like it just kind of shows that like
JMoney's famous.
No. C10 is famous.
C10's a musician.
Bro,
that's why.
He's just DJing, like he's just playing some really good bangers. That's the thing.
Wrong
just
man.
Mixing like Western music with local PNG music too. And I was like, bro, this man.
Nice. He's good. He's a good DJ.
Good.
He knows what he's doing. He's making you move them hips.
Well, no, that's it for tonight, bro. Thank you for having us here at Right Studios. Good to be here for the first time. Shout out, Right.
Strike, baby. Let's go.
Bro, like Josh Fluke.
He worked here. Yeah. Shout out Fluke. He's former Strike employee, and Fraser McWright. Another Wallaby. Few Wallabies actually come through here. Yeah. So we'll see who's the next. Hey.
Could be Richard's kid. He's not having a kid, guys.
Okay, podcast end now.